and
How
we learn about
lovely.
Iftar, and they learn about Pesach, and we share and learn about each other's cultures and religion.
Nice.
You know what? I think that is absolutely brilliant. I think it's so interesting to learn about other people's cultures, and I think that sounds like an amazing group. It really does.
It is. We
You
don't
could
talk
branch out.
politics. We talk about
Right.
what we share.
Right. No,
Is
I
that
think
the
that's
group from
amazing.
Cheryl Lilitsky? Is that the group from Cheryl Lilitsky? Olitsky?
Yes, same group. It's a national organization.
Right.
Hey, Daniel.
Yeah, I
Hi.
know about that. Salam Vishalom. It's been around since, I don't know,
It's
15
a
years.
wonderful organization. And like I
Yeah.
said, we just learn about each other every week, every month. So I
Daniel.
made her a sourdough for Iftar.
How
Nice.
lovely. I think that's really nice. Daniel, nice, beautiful cat.
Yeah, I
Very.
don't know if we're going to be able to see his face or not. This is Tarzan.
Oh, he's beautiful. Hey, Ruben.
Yeah, Jeffrey. He
Oh,
likes to
that
jump in
cat.
my ear.
Linda,
Yes.
Oh my God.
did you watch Coronation Street yet tonight?
Not tonight yet, no. That's
Oh
the
my
last
God.
one I watched, not
Oh.
tonight.
You got to watch it, Linda. It's brilliant.
What is it?
Oh, it's an English soap opera that we watch.
It's Manchester at its best.
Is it
But it's
Elizabeth.
So good tonight.
Elizabeth?
It
Is it better than EastEnders?
Yes.
Yes.
Because
Well,
it's from
that's high praise
Manchester, but
indeed.
she's
High
from
praise
London.
me,
I like EastEnders because
excuse me, has anybody seen what Ruben's holding?
Is that a beer?
No.
Oh, Daniel, sorry, not Ruben.
It's
Daniel.
Hebrew.
beer.
Daniel's
Hebrew.
holding.
I love that.
I
It's a
can't
real
see
brand.
what it is.
It's a real brand. It's made in Israel.
Yeah, it is.
I think that's awesome. That's
I've seen
awesome.
it.
It's apple cider.
Oh,
Hard apple.
Yeah, hard.
Daniel has the most
I have to
gorgeous
put up some
cat.
beers.
That's cool.
Forgot to do that.
so anyway, Linda, you watch Corrie later on. It's absolutely brilliant tonight. And make sure you've got a box of tissues because it'll make you cry.
Oh, okay.
Marlene, how's Paul?
Spoil it.
Yeah,
I won't
he's good,
spoil it.
thanks.
Is he doing okay?
Yeah, yep, thank you,
Well, please give him a big kiss from us and tell him we miss him.
thank you.
We miss our favorite New York lawyer.
Yeah.
He can represent me if the general gives me a hard time.
Busy representing.
Shabbat shalom, everyone.
Shabbat shalom.
Good to see you with us today. And hope everybody had a good week, or at least a decent week, maybe. And if we haven't, let's just take a deep breath and then let it all out. And we can do one more, I think. This week is a 2-breath week. And then just let it all out. And we'll begin with a little nigun and welcome in the Shabbat. To welcome in the Shabbat.
Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom, Shabbat shalom. Shabbat Shalom. Yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai 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 yai lai Shabbat Shalom.
Shabbat Shalom. And we have Meryl lighting the candles for us. We ask Meryl to unmute so that we can hear her light the candles.
Stubborn. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam asher kitshanu v'mitzvotav v'tzivanu lahadnik shel
Air.
lahadnik shel no Hanukkah. I'm sorry, I got
Shabbat.
Shabbat.
Amen.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Yeshar koch. Thank you so
Right,
much.
yeah, on Hanukkah.
And let's get our service up. And we're going to ask Linda to unmute and read for us responsively. And everybody else can unmute and read along as well.
May the doors of this synagogue be wide enough to receive all who hunger for love and all who are lonely for fellowship.
May
May welcome all who have cares to burden, to express, and hopes to nurture. May the door of this synagogue be narrow enough to shut out pettiness, pride, envy, and enmity.
May
May
it
it be too high.
Amid complacency, selfishness, and hardness.
May this kehillah be, for all who enter, the doorway to a richer and more meaningful life.
Amen.
Can someone get me
Yedid nefesh Ahavah chama Meshochatecha El retzonecha Yarutz avdecha Kemo ayal Yishtachaveh El mul hadarecha Yerav lo ידידותך מנופק צוף וכל
We ask Barry to unmute and read You Who Love My Soul.
You who love my soul, sweet source of tenderness, take my inner nature and shape it to your will. Like a darting deer, I will flee to you. Before your glorious presence, humbly do I bow. Let your sweet love delight me with its thrill, because no other dainty will my hunger still.
Amen.
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 לכו נרננה לאדוני, נריע לצור אישנו, נקדמה פניו בתודה, בזמירות נהריע לו.
שירו לאדוני שיר חדש, שירו לאדוני כל הארץ, שירו לאדוני ברכו שמו, מסרו מיום ליום ישועתו. לי 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 לי
שמול תפארת ולתהילה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת כלה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי די לקראת כלה, די פני שבת פני שבת לקבלה. ימין ושמאל תפרוצי ואת אדוני תריצי על יד איש בן פרצי ונשמחה ונגילה. היי די די לך דודי, היי די לקראת קהילה, היי די פני שבת, פני שבת מקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהילה, פני שבת נקבלה. בואי ושלום עטרת בעלה, גם בשמחה ובצהלה, תוך אמונה הסגולה. בואי חלה, בואי חלה, לך דודי לקראת קהילה, פני שבת נקבלה. לך דודי לקראת קהילה, פני שבת נקבלה.
And we asked Jeff to unmute and read, "Let us go forth to greet the bride."
Let us go forth to greet the bride. Let us welcome the face of Shabbat. Keep and remember is one command, the one which the only one has caused us to hear. Adonai is one in greatness and in glory and in praise. Let us go forth to greet the bride. Let us welcome the face of Shabbat. Let us go forth to greet Shabbat, for she is the endless source of blessing, as it is ordained from the very beginning, last in creation, but first in the plan. Let us go forth to greet the bride. Let us welcome the face of Shabbat. Break you confines to the right and to the left, and you shall admire and revere Adonai. The Messiah is coming to gladden our sight, and we shall rejoice and be glad. Let us go forth to greet the bride. Let us welcome the face of Shabbat. Come in peace, O divine crown. Come in rejoicing and cheerfulness. Come in the midst of the faithful of this people loved by God. Come, O bride, O Shabbat queen.
Amen.
Ya Elai, Ya Elai, Ya Elai, Ya ברכו את אדוני מבדיל בין יום ובין לילה. אל חי וקיים, תמיד ימלוך עלינו לעולם ועד. ברוך אתה אדוני המריב הרבים.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך. והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך, ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ולכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשתם להיות על ידיך, והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
אמן. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. מלכותך ראו בניך, חוקי הים לפני משה. זה לי אנו ואמרו אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד. מי כמוך באלים אדוני, מי כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. יא לה לה יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה 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 יא לה לה יא לה 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 כמוך נהדר בקודש, נורא תהילות עושה פלא. עלינו סוכת שלומך, סוכת שלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל ירושלים. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Spread over us the shelter of your peace. Baruch atah Adonai הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל ירושלים. פרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. פרוס עלינו סוכת שלומך. ברוך אתה אדוני הפורס סוכת שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל ירושלים. ירושלים.
When a person is singing and cannot lift their voice, and another comes and sings with them, another person who can lift their voice, the first will then be able to lift their voice too. That's the secret of the bond between the spirits. Let us lift our voices as we sing Vishamru.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, את השבת. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. כי 6 ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. וביום השביעי שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש, שבת וינפש. ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת, לעשות את השבת לדורותם ברית עולם. ברית עולם.
So a little Devar Torah, of course. We have to have a Devar Torah. So good to see everyone. And this week's Torah portion is called Behar U Vechukotai. And it's a very interesting, it's actually two parshas, really, 2 chapters in one. And it really tells us a lot. So let's break it down a little bit about, let's break this Torah portion down. So Behar, the word Behar from the first book, means on the mountain and is symbolic of growth, increase, and descending upward. So that's our growth and our descending upward. And the word Bechukotai means in my statutes or rules or laws, and is symbolic of permanence, regularity, and things that are not really subject to change. And the fact that these 2 Torah portions are read together teaches us that the necessity of combining both of these attributes teaches us the necessity that we have to combine both these attributes. And of course, I'm losing my place, so. Now, we must never become complacent about our spirituality, and we always have to strive upward. At the same time, our spiritual growth must be constant, and it also needs to be permanent. The Baal Shem Tov taught that a person must never become settled in his or her habits and fixed in his or her ways, because God's laws are meant to be walked in, not just done, but we have to walk in them. The service of God should never be static, but it should always lead us to higher and higher levels of sanctity. The Kabbalah teaches us that the world we live in is a product of our perception and our reality, and also our attitude toward life. And the way we project this attitude, or the way we feel it, determines the world that we actually live in. So we really have a lot of power in changing that. Each one of us has a choice. You can choose to believe that this world is filled with the light and presence of the Almighty, who guides it and cares about it. Or you can choose to believe that this world is one big accident, a chaotic mess, and just random, and nothing, there's nothing there. The choices are totally yours. But remember, what you believe truly creates what you will see, what you will feel, and what you will experience in life. So the question is, how would I act if I sincerely, consciously believed that God's presence filled my life, my home, my world? How would I speak to and treat my family and friends? How would I face the tough times and challenges knowing that the light is with and all around me? The way to increase our divine consciousness and invite the light to pour into our world is by walking the talk, taking actions such as helping those in need around us, being more loving and genuine in our daily interactions. In general, making a bigger effort to care and to love. Without our efforts and consciousness, the light of God can't illuminate our world, and we need God, and God needs us. So we are partners with God. God doesn't just come and magically do things for us. We have free will, and we can choose. We can choose to invite God into our lives, or we can choose not to. The choice is ours. Which are you going to make? Shabbat Shalom. And so if we'd like to, as we put the service back on, if we'd like to unmute and tell us who, we're going to do a Misha Berach, and we have Stephanie, we have Tara, we have Karen, we have Meryl, we have Paul, Stuart, and we also have Ari today. And anyone else who wants to add to that, please.
Toby Zimmerman.
And we wish healing for all those who need it in body and spirit, wherever they are, whether they are close to us, whether we know them or not, whether it's us who need a little bit of pick-me-up. This is a blessing that we all sing for everyone. So let's join in the Mishaberach.
Our fathers, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. Mishaberach, our mothers, Sarah, Rebecca, Leah, and May the one bless those who are saved with complete good health, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit. Let us say Amen. Mishaberach Avotenu, Avraham, Yitzchak, veYaakov. Mishaberach imotenu, Sarah, Rivka, Leah, ורחל. הוא יברך את כל החולים עם רפואה שלמה, רפואת הנפש, רפואת הגוף, ונאמר אמן.
Amen. And we ask Ruben to lead us in the Amidah. Adonai sefatai tiftach ufi agi tehilatecha. Eternal God, open our lips that our mouths may declare your glory. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu ve'Elohei avoteinu, Elohei Avraham, Elohei Yitzchak, ve'Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, ve'Elohei Leah. האל הגדול, הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון גומל חסדים
חיים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואמהות, ומביא גואל לבני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר ומושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ופוקד שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, רב להושיע, מוריד הטל, מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה כל חי ברחמים רבים, סומך נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו לישני עפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה, ומצמיח ישועה, ונאמן אתה להחיות כל חי. ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה כל חי. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש. אמן. שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל העולם. הוא עושה שלום במרומה, הוא יעשה שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל ועל כל העולם. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל ישראל. יעשה שלום, יעשה שלום, שלום עלינו ועל כל העולם. ואמרו, ואמרו, אמן.
And let's get our Kiddush cups. ויחולו שמיים בארץ וכל צבא, ויחל אלוהים ביום השביעי מלאכתו אשר עשה, וישפוט ביום השביעי מכל מלאכתו אשר עשה. ויברך אלוהים את יום השביעי ויקדש אותו, כי בו שבת מכל מלאכתו אשר ברא אלוהים לעשות. סברי חבריי, ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, בורא פרי הגפן. ברוך אתה אדוני אלוהינו מלך העולם, אשר קידשנו במצוותיו ורצה בנו, ושבת קודשו באהבה וברצון הנחילנו זיכרון למעשה בראשית.
קודש, זכר ליציאת מצרים. כי באנו בחרת, ואותנו קידשת מכל העמים, ושבת קודשך באהבה וברצון הנחלתנו. ברוך אתה אדוני מקדש השבת. אמן. לחיים.
And let's join in the Aleinu. Oh, you have to unmute.
עלינו לשבח לדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שנתן לנו תורת אמת, וחיי עולם נטע בתוכנו, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים, הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר, והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of the buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of winter, we remember them. In the rustling of the leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them. In the beginning of the year and when it ends, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them. Today we have a yortzeit. We celebrate the yortzeit of Daniel's father, Shimon ben Sadie, and anyone else who wants to mention names, now is the time.
George Rivets, Kenneth Rivets.
Howard Wax.
יתגדל ויתקדש שמי רבה, בעלמא דברה חירותי וימליך מלכותי, בחייכון ובמכון ובחיי דכל בית ישראל, בעגלה ובזמן קריב ואמרו אמן. יהי שמי רבה מבורך לעולם ולעולמי עולמיה. יתברך וישתבח ויתפאר ויתרומם ויתנשא, ויתהדר ויתעלה ויתהלל, שמי דקודשה בריחו, לעילה מן כל ברכתה ושירתה, תוש בחתה ונחמתה, דאמירן בעלמה ואמרו אמן. יהי שלמה רבה מן שמיה, וחיים עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ואמרו אמן. עושה שלום במרומיו, הוא יעשה שלום, עלינו ועל כל ישראל, ועל כל העולם, ואמרו amen. And as we finish with Lech Ilach, the journey, we keep going on the journey. And who knew that with everything that we experienced the past year and a half, we would each go on all these journeys. At the beginning, it seemed like so many unknowns, and we didn't know this and we didn't know that. And then we started creating our own little worlds and reaching out to more people. We started seeing more people, even people we've never really interacted with before. And those that we may have seen in passing, we've really built those connections. And so we continue with that journey, and we hope that it doesn't stop there. It just continues to grow and grow.
To a land that I will show you. Lech lecha, to a place you do not know. Lechi lach, on your journey I will bless you, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. Lechila, lech lecha, and I shall make your name great. Lech lecha, and all shall praise your name. That I will show you. Lesimchat chaim, lesimchat chaim, lesimchat chaim, lechila. And you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing, and you shall be a blessing. Lechila. Lechila.
Shabbat Shalom once again, everyone. It's so great to see you again. And a couple of announcements. We have next week, we are celebrating pre-Shavuot. Shavuot begins on Sunday evening, but our celebrations will begin on Friday night. And we'll have a wonderful play written by our very own Caroline and directed by Elizabeth. And we have all our thespians back to put on a wonderful show. And so make sure you come and see that. And then later, Saturday evening, I thought we could do a really short Havdalah service, very, very short, kind of pre-Shavuot, even more. pre is Friday, and then pre-Shavuot on Saturday night. Quick Havdalah, a little bit of the Book of Ruth, and maybe a small discussion. So come join us then. It's also going to be around the same time as the Friday night service, but on Shabbat. And Havdalah is always a really, really nice service to do. So come join us then. And I think that's it for announcements. So without further ado, let's have our Caroline sing the Challah song for us.
It would help if I unmuted.
Yes.
Get those hollers ready. Here's a tasty loaf of challah, loaf of challah, loaf of challah. Here's a tasty loaf of challah. And now we say the bracha. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. Lovely cholot that I can see. Time to say Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom. Time to say Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom Kulam. Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shabbat Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. Oh. Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, Shalom, Shabbat, 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 Shalom. And thank you everybody for singing and dancing.
Shabbat Shalom, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Don't forget to join us next Friday and next Saturday night for Havdalah.